traffic through this usually busy street in Manila's financial district isn't what it used to be. The Concepcion family hasn't been able to open their canteen for days now, and the rain hasn't let up.
In 30 years here, this is the worst flooding I've seen. The rains were strong, the floods were deep. It even came into my home, which is already elevated from the road.
These monsoon rains came right after a tropical storm swept through the northern Philippines last week. There's been a record amount of rain. Dams have spilled and rivers have overflowed, flooding 80% of Manila. More than 1 million people have been displaced, with hundreds stranded on rooftops for hours awaiting rescue.
More than 80,000 people are now living in evacuation centers like this one. Warnings to evacuate their homes were issued as early as Sunday evening, and the government says it was as prepared as it possibly could be. The one lesson they say they've learned here now is that there's only so much that can be done to protect against the weather.
Which is where volunteer groups like the Angel Brigade come in. There are many like them composed of ordinary citizens who have come together to do what they can to help the most affected. They're even mindful to use biodegradable bags. And their assistance, they say, isn't meant to be seen as a reflection of government inadequacy.
In a society, I think that tends to kind of depend on other people too much. So we've decided to take all the cudgels ourselves and do what we can.
Even the president of the Philippines has acknowledged the need for help, but aid alone will not solve these people's problems. She says it's hard. We flee and we return home. Then when it rains and floodwaters come, we flee again, and then we return home. Our lives are very tiring, she says, but we have no other choice. It's what many Filipinos are calling the new normal. And Manila is an overpopulated city paying the price of poor urban planning and the extreme weather linked to global warming. Marga Ortigas, Al Jazeera, Manila.